Grand finals are set. The teams are set. Geek fam up against Execration. Game 1 of hopefully 5.
Oh, we ran into it.
Oh, Roger. Okay. Swash. Oh, they actually landed on that last little connection.
Big part of the success of the old Polaris roster as well.
Yes, without a doubt. Speaking of Force, we've got a Boundless still to work with. Palace, a bit too late on the Sprout. Regardless, they could have cut the tree down.
Already on the move was the Beastmaster. Looks like he might be able to get back to safety, but Carlo's just a little bit too slow, so he won't be able to get the Nightmare off.
Oh, they're going to turn it around, maybe? Narman's looking to put his attention onto Palos. Tiny is starting to tip into the area. Should have the damage required to be able to secure some kills. Even lands the combo onto 2 as well, so Bob gets the maximum amount of damage.
This is about to come. If he's got level 6, they've probably got it coming up very shortly, or already do, so that's why he's playing a little more defensive.
There we go. It's going to come out actually to try and get the kill onto the Tinies, even the arrow for good measure.
So they should know that there's some kind of movement coming, but Force is going to get caught.
That he will. He's got the raw potential to turn around. Maybe the Boundless Strike will give him an opportunity to play with the ultimate. The Skem's even going to look to try and TP in as well, but the Centaur Conqueror holds him down. But now as soon as the Rolling Thunder comes out, Execration have no business with continue on through the team fight. They should be able to chase down Shanks, as meanwhile Cox also gets the clean up onto the Bane. So in the end, I believe it'll be 3 members going down. Skem is rewarded for the kill. Now it does open up bottom, so instantly Tino and Palace in combination together will be able to get a tower. Let's see what they can get out of Geek Slate. Look at the potential from Cox all the way to the back line. Can they address the Bane before he's able to play with the Fiend's Grip to be able to mitigate Cox's impact? And they do just that. Beautifully done on Geek Slate, but they might have some difficulties with catching up to Bob as the boys, they're starting to funnel into the neighborhood. As Shanks lands the stun, the damage is plentiful, and now Skem's in trouble as well, but he will just make it up the high ground.
Smoke Yanks get caught out because he's so close to that helmet.
Skem should know he's nearby. They're going to get the proc of the neutral creep, but he doesn't run away fast enough, so Power's even going to look to TP in as well. But look at the reinforce. This is way too deep. Oh no! They haven't been able to connect on the kill, and now all the boys show up.
So that he's not going to get caught out, but Carlo might not be so lucky.
Gets rid of the Nightmares. Still going to turn it around. Solid Guardian can stop that one short. So you saw Bob was sitting on the right side, but he's under vision now, so he's going to be cautious. They're going to look to jump on this now. That he will. He was waiting on the side and never found an opportunity, and well, in the end, that'll cost him his life. We're under a looming threat, but actually wants to go back to help with the push from Force, so how do you address this? Arrow?
Oh, the arrow!
No way! Whoa.
That was blind.
Oh, no. Now what do you do? Raw to hold him inside the fireball, and they're starting to move top. Bob at the ready. Radiant are mirroring this movement, though. He's underneath the Hawk. There's nothing Bob can do, but maybe there is. What a blink timing, but Narman, look at him leap on down. Avalanche to hold them back.
This Geek Slate roster is too coordinated. They're not going to allow you to just find someone on their own.
Should be able to get a pretty easy pick off and look to get out with their own lives as well, so at least they get something. And they're going to see Cox. He does have the ages though, so not the easiest play, and the smoke's going to pop instantly. A Fiend's Grip stops short thanks to the arrow, but look at the combination. Shanks lands the stun onto multiple heroes, but now with the Solid Guardian, they need to disperse. They should be able to kite this at the moment, but Bob, he won't have the capability to do so. So they'll kill off the Tiny, and now Cox can U-turn easily to catch up to Carlo as well, as Geek Slate find multiple members. Bottom lane, they saw Shanks TP in. Tino's stuck in the tree line as well. The Execration feel like they can fight this. They're starting to bring more members down. Narman falling lower and lower, but a mechanism buys him some time to get the Boundless off. And now Shanks, he's in trouble too, or maybe it's Palace that they want to try and target instead. The Nature's Prophet showed up for the fight. Bob as well as him with a combo. Okay, decent avalanche toss as Skem chain control for the Familiars, but Skem tries to get the combo off, will turn to Tino into the tree line. Palos is going to buy back. This is a must-fight victory here for the arrow. Holds Palos short. Roger into the tree line will leap away, but Palos will easily secure the kill. And now they'll turn to Force next. But Aurora buys him some movement speed. Force going to try and scurry out to the northern side, but we blink up in a couple of seconds. It will not look like Force is going to escape, as in the end, a heavy investment out of the buyback on Palace, but they will come out on top. Shanks, it's going to be up to him to pop the smoke, and hopefully they can get out fast enough for the reactions. But Cox is already charging up the Rolling Thunder. Tina will lay down the Wraith Pact. They're going to try and put all their attention over towards the Visage at the moment, but the Aghanim Shard will buy him enough time. Meanwhile, for the left side, though, Skem is just able to get the ultimate off, so he's alive for the moment. Force is even going to look to try and get on top of Palos, as well as there's nothing the Nature's Prophet can do when Geek Slate swarm towards his location. And no Execration, though. They're still in the numbers nearby. Bob, he's ready to jump. Just waiting for the opening, though. Hasn't seen one just yet. And now Tino, he's kind of walked a little bit too far forward. They're slowly starting to poke him down, but Geek Slate will not continue to commit. The arrow. That Shadow. They're going to see Carlo. Execration, what do you want to do with this information now? Bob once again waiting the wings, but he doesn't actually get the combo onto Narman. So Geek Sleep will be able to react. It comes through in the form of the Rolling Thunder though, so it is now on cooldown. Solar Guard into the middle. Won't be able to cancel it though. Skem popped a BKB early on to try and play with that ultimate. I was going to try and toss Shanks away. Execration continuing to retreat. When is ever an opening for Palace to join? It looks like there won't be with now Bob getting caught out. Wukong gives them control and there's no hope of Execration to take the fight. As Rogi, he's already looking for more. Giving them the vision inside the jungle. Finally, they're going to look to try and TP down. They're going to be cautious, so as soon as Palace shows, they might look to turn to the Nature's Prophet, but they're going to avoid him. They'll close the distance onto Tino to secure the kill. Execration, land a stun onto 2. Palace, a hope and a prayer now with the BKB, trying to man-fight Cox. He'll use the BKB to TP out, but he won't be able to make it. The damage from Skem, thanks to the death, so he's able to go through the magic immunity. Now Geek Slate, they can go high ground.
The exact same time that you've got many heroes on Execration unavailable for the defense.
Hello? They're going to go for this? Yeah, why not? Bob, not really going to be able to do too much. In fact, he might give over his own life. A BKB forced out. No way they can hold Skem in now. Cox, there might be an opening. They know the BKB is soon to expire, so they're going to put all their attention to try and deal with Bob. But it's a beautiful nightmare, though. Bob still is alive, trying to slip into the right side, but he won't be able to. And Atos holds him short, and now they're looking for more as well. Execration don't have the numbers as Geek Sleep just turn their home into their own territory, and now with the base soon to fall. And they might go for tier 4s, that's the case.
Punishing the fact that you have 3 heroes that are horrible at defending against this push. And
alright, don't hit the arrow. Shank's going to be in a lot of damage onto Tino. But a boundless strike again from Narman onto 2. And now there's nothing they can do. It's up to Palace against the world. Bob's back alive in a couple of seconds. Going to be cautious about a toss back inside the base. Bob's going to get the combo off with the multiple heroes, but Skem's still alive. And regardless, they're going to turn to deal with the buildings instead. Throne's falling too fast for them to handle. And game 1 will go the way of Geek Slate. The BTS Pro Series Grand Finals, Geek Slate with a game advantage here in the best of 5. And I don't think it's going to be any different. I do really like this Conquer pick, but Bob's saying they're smoking. Hang on. Some pretty goddamn good shots from Carlo, and that's first blood.
Bob's holding on to the second point, just using it to try and secure that kill with the Tidebringer. Is he actually going to man up here?
Force doing this.
He's not really spamming out his abilities as much as I was thinking.
Force might go down. Oh, Bob dipped him as well. Nicely done. Meanwhile, top lane Skem taking a little bit of damage as well. The tag team with the right click Skem will actually end up going down. Carlos still got some spells to utilize. A very big kill for them to find. Oh, is he in trouble? Force has got that ultimate to play with, some extra movement speed to chase him down. Rogi as well with the haste can connect, and we'll have our first track kill of the game.
I think now is just the time of what I was talking about before. These heroes that can go away.
Cookie in from Narman, and Cox going to look to try and TP in as well with a snowball. We'll give Palace a bit of a time to get out, but not the case, so they'll look for the turnaround instead as both supports from Execration.
The drums of endurance, because I feel like that's something that Force would love.
Palos, first use of the shapeshift for the game, and Force is even going to try and get some track kills working for them as well, and now this opens up the T1 tower for them to claim. They saw those TPs down bottom from Execration. They're going to be able to capitalize on him being alone. Meanwhile, mid lane though, Rogi in a bit of trouble. Force is going to look to try and TP him. A beautiful Star Hammer as well from Rogi will buy enough time for even Cox to hold Bob in with the Sprout. Going to be relying on the tree and blocks, and Bob will go down, and now Carlo, he's going to be sent into the grave as well. Carlo just gets out with a snowball, but Cox only needs one more right click, and Force is not even done just yet. Might even go onto the tower, and why not? You've got the Vanguard to help tank up. We'll be able to dodge the stun from the Dawnbreaker, and Force gets the double kill. And now up top, Palos, he TP'd back to the lane, so able to dodge the Scatter Blast. But oh man, having a Visage have to TP in, and then now he cancelled it. So what he got to keep Palos alive. Bob's going to look to try and get involved. The TP out for the Conquer. He's got the boat to work with. It's going to be a long TP though. So the damage, it's already been dealt. They'll be able to turn to kill off Rogi. But now Force is in the neighborhood. And bye-bye Palos. They're going to be able to drag him back into the Solar Guardian. In fact, Palos be okay, it looks like. Geek Slate. They'll allow him to just live to see another day. More net worth than Force's Bounty Hunter with this Maelstrom. Sorry, with this Midas and Javelin. Actually, the Maelstrom's now completed. And yeah, Skem with the Shapeshift up top. I'll be wanting to Shanks inside the tree line, so she'll be able to get a kill onto the Dawnbreaker. Even looking for another one across the map as well as Bob. Playing with the X, so he's going to be able to get some distance away. They're considering about going for Force. We'll see. Water with kisses, and as soon as the artillery's layered down, Execration need to do a quick U-turn, but unfortunately, Carlo won't be fast enough.
Very, very quick to be able to take care of it, so Narman's positioning is going to be
Force.
key, I think, for his next
All
fight.
right, let's see. They have to use every single ability to try and bring down the Bounty Hunter. And they will be able to do so. And Anaman's going to go down too. And this will be able to open up some objectives for Execration.
Oh, Palace would be a fantastic one for them to pick up and
he would.
find him.
Palace holds him down with the LSA. Still the stun into the Mortimer Kiss. There should be plenty of damage from afar as the snowball just a bit too late from Carlo. So a big kill to be able to slow down the Lena's game was starting to stay track with the net worth. Carlo, they're going to go for the dive. Why not? A T2 tower. It's not enough of a deterrent for Force.
Stop this push on the bottom side. You've got Force cutting the wave.
Tino, they've even got Shanks to be able to tip him with the Solar Guardian. So, alright, at least they get something out of the map, but they're probably going to lose this T2 mid. We'll be able to see Tino's positioning. Force going to look to try and start. Tino's not an easy kill. Doesn't really have any boys behind to act as reinforcements. Maybe that's where the Solar Guardian can come into play. And without being able to address the Wraithback to damage mitigation, it's going to be a big issue here for them. They are lining up for huge Mortimer Kisses. As with the globes raining down, it's not enough to get the kills at the moment. Skem, held in place with the LSA, is going to be punched up into the heavens. As Execration somehow bring their numbers fast enough. And now they're even going to get another kill as well onto Naman. So we're getting to a stage where we really got to start to talk about if Geek Slate are unable to get more out of this lineup. If Geek Slate do not get this, I'd be so confident with Execration's lineup to move over towards the later stages as well. Maybe they're going to try and target down Palace. The team's off for the high ground, so they're not playing with the Lena. Forced into the BKB. Palace going to be able to reposition. They're going to give him the run buff as well. Palace trying to stand strong, get as much damage out as he possibly can. They should be able to go through Palace's life pool in the end, and now can they get more of the members as well? Solar Guardian's going to come through to give them the space as Tino turns, dealing with the Sven. But a beautiful cookie from Naman onto 2, and a Bob's going to be caught out as well, but the Mortimer Kisses getting layered down. Geek Slate find 4, and now Roche as well. Oh boy. They see Palace, this top lane ward. They know he TP'd. They're going to hunt him down. Look at Skem with the backstab. And there's nothing they can do in Execration. Solar Guardian's on cooldown. Palace will be able to force out. BKB. Has the BKB to work with. Not really going to do too much to Skem, so Carlo's in. Punch him up to the sky. The boys have shown up in full force, and now they can turn it around. Easy kill onto the Lycan. They need to get more out of this, though, as Cox is actually going to look to try BKB and TP out. They don't have a way to address it. Can they stall this? What have they got? They got kisses they can use, potentially. They're going to cookie force in. There's the kisses, but the Solar Guardian mitigating a lot of the damage of Palace. He's going to free fire to the Lena's damage is starting to rack up. They're going to turn to deal with Cox, and they just melt away the Nature's Prophet. And now Force is going to go down as well. A cookie will not be enough to get some distance away. As Execration, they are well and truly back in this game. A dieback out of Rochi. Roche now up for grabs. This is scary stuff for the Geek Slate lineup.
Cox trying to make a difficult decision up here. Shanks
jumping Carlo. Trying to take control of the bounty hunter. They're actually going to be able to blow him up. And they'll turn to Rochi as well. No hesitation for looking for the +1, but the X into the boat. An easy kill for them to find.
They're trying to split it up. The Rat Dota is happening. Prophet pushing bottom. Lycan pushing top, forcing out the glyph. What are they going to lose from their base, though?
It looks like they're just getting more out of it in regards to the kills and the buildings getting claimed. Pel's going to try to take back. Oh, the Shuriken didn't bounce, but now Bob and Tino, hang on. How are they going to escape? They're left in no man's land. They don't have the boys playing behind them. Bob, hang on, do they turn? Tino, look at the damage on the Cox. Satanic.
Though.
Just gets him up to a respectable health pool where he's going to be able to stand strong, but Solar Guardian into the middle. The Scepter's going to be able to reposition and hold Force into play. Tino still wants to try and catch up to the Nature's Prophet. Tino unable to bring him down, though. The sustain, it might be enough. He's still alive, Cox. Finally, they'll get the Fury on, and now Tino's looking for more. The Visage. Can Tino do it all by himself? The Wraith Pack's going to be laid down. Lena's TPing in. They've got big issues on Geek Slate. They might be able to take them all. 4 down. Potentially soon to be a wipe as Force is in trouble. Palos, he's got the detection, but the dust is out. The Laguna Blade to cut away his life. And the tips, oh, they do not forget.
Just starting to build up the armor corruption as well from that extended fight. And Palace, you couldn't ask for a better hero to be alive on Execration. I mean, he'll take Megas, that's for sure.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
This is going to be rough for sure.
Yeah, Shanks is the one holding the gem, so not with the team. T4 is going down, Force with a jump. Trying to target him, but Wraithback, Solar Guardian. Yep, good luck killing Palos. He just stands his ground. Continues to pummel into the Bounty Hunter's life pool. No buyback for him to work with. And Cox going to get dragged back into the middle. He'll look to BKB TP up, but the damage from Palos will stop that one short. As Execration weathered the storm, and they're going to be rewarded with this Game 2 victory.
Whew. I knew it was a good draft by Execration.
Our grand finals 1-1 tied apiece. We got an even slate heading into Game 3.
It's kind of like when 33 was playing +3 Chen for OG. And
Force?
Well, he said he needed to have a good game. Giving up your life this early on is not how to do it.
No, it's not as well. No, okay. Thank you. Back to the game. Tino on to Skem, and Yo, top lane as well. Force is also going to go down. Yo, not looking good.
He's not going to be able to spam out those Celestial Hammers quite as much. He's still got the Mango, and actually Shanks has 3.
Wait.
What is it, Chuckles?
Carlo, what? What's going on in this top lane? A little bit of damage on a Cox with those tower right clicks as well. Only 1 point action, a slight here. Top lane, Nalman is actually going to end up going down, so Shanks and Tino able to find a kill. Tino up to a killing spree. Really wonder when we're going to start to see some Mirana rotate to mid. Is Bob? Palace actually going to waveform aggressively into Scam. Double leap from Carlo with a Star Storm. That's enough damage to be able to bring him down, so very nicely done. In our top lane Force, he's also going to be killed off as well as Tino can gap close thanks to the Inkswell movement speed, and this is going to be a great level 6 timing.
I wonder if he even wants to shove this lane in, or if he actually wants the creep wave to connect, push a little further back, keep the siege creep alive for a little bit longer so that the Ember Spirit can perhaps hit up onto his level 6 with that 6-minute power rune, but Cox is trying to protect the top rune as a couple of heroes die. 3 heroes die, what?
Well, everyone's dying across the map. Cox gets the rune as well, unable to use it to dodge the Inkswell. Acute attempt, but in the end to no avail as, well, now we'll get a tip.
He's just going back and forth between 2,000, 3,000 gold, more towards Geek's lane.
The river, Bob. Gonna be able to run it onto Namba, but Roger playing with the defensive song, and they're actually gonna bring the numbers. They don't have the split on Force, but Cox with the blink reveal. They're gonna be cautious about the Solar Guardian. So much health. Give him back over to Execration. And now they'll turn over to the left side and catch out Cox as he tried to enter the high ground.
Cancellation of the song into the Avatos combination, right? Most of the Avalanche was actually completely wasted. They got the Primal Split here, but I'm not sure if Force wants to use it.
Oh, he might not be able to get it off with the Phantom Praise. It's a great static storm, but a bit too late. Still the damage coming out from the supports. Bob's able to get out of the kinetic field, though. Great use of the illusion. And look at Palos. I know he's not getting too much, but just the fact that he's getting a little bit of farm across the map is so important for the Morphling.
Yeah, he needs to build into that Manta style ASAP. There's no... I guess once Shanks gets into the Aghanim Shard, he's going to have a little bit of an easier time to protect the Morphling. Nice arrow again from Carlo, but not enough to be able to protect him.
This is not easy. Maybe trying to force some reactions, and well, there's the jump in from Cox. They need the static storm, and they're going to get it. A great toss back into the silence, but have they got the damage between these members? The Spirit Vessel will be able to help out.
Nice coordination coming through there, Naaman again. He just seems to be on another level when these
Palos
team fights happening. Oh no, Palos!
Oh, Coxy Cox. Cox again with another jump and just another easy kill. And he used the Arcane for that, so the abilities are going to be back up shortly. They're going to be cautious. Cox is ready to go once again, and the song groups them up. Instead, he's going to go for the Grimstroke. Another assassination out of the Tiny.
I love how Roger's able to make these supports work. You know, always just playing that little... What's he's considering? He knows they've got some sort of vision. Might be able to catch out Roger, but no! Static!
Into the combo. Even Scam's going to get involved as well. 9,000 net worth lead.
If they could get a kill onto Force, that'd be huge.
Chains. Sets up for the arrow, but the boys are starting to TP. They have to blow him up from 4 to 0. And they won't even be... Oh, they get him at the last second. Tino's even going to look to get involved as well. They can glimpse him away if they want to. But looks like they just want the kill instead, because Scam stands strong under the cover of the BKB. And now Palace, he's going to be caught out as well. Glimpse back into the static storm, and Cox has all the control they would need to bring him down afterwards.
Yay. Can afford to be out in this lane solo,
Might be
but
dead.
not if Cox is there. Double damage.
Well, let's see if it's going to pay off here. Chain control is ever so perfect. Force in the river. He's got the boys behind him, though. That's not an easy kill at all. Hood, and he can activate the pipe as well. Good luck killing him, because you've also got the song to set up for the static storm. Tino pops the BKB, so he's going to be okay, but the rest of the other members on Execration will not. Bob gets the slide away. One more right click. He's able to dodge it with the Remnant.
Okay.
Static storm's up now.
A little far forward.
He's chilling.
They use the Manta.
They're looking at trying to get Naaman off to the right side. They won't be able to. Maybe with Bob coming over. So they will be able to get the kill. Palace almost going down. Cox able to jump on forward. Still inside their own jungle, though, in Execration. Can they get out? Carlo's going to be able to leap to the high ground. Tino looking to try and escape as well. He's got a BKB, but he will not be able to TP out. Oh, you escape. It looks like all the other members won't even be able to as well. Get rid of Carlo. Tino pops the BKB. Force the Solar Guardian to get inside the base. Oh my god. Tino's chilling. What's happening bottom? Skem's almost getting a solo kill. Silver's Edge right-click into Gleipnir mid lane. Well, they're going to look to try and make a jump. But Skem, look how aggressively he TP's in. Into the backline. Song onto multiple heroes. They're actually going to lay the static storm down as the Morphling, recognizing he can't get out of the AoE silence. Kinetic Field will expire pretty early on though, so Palace Maybe gonna wait for the glimpse to try and get that waveform away, but where do you waveform to? They're just surrounding him. Cox is holding the blink as well to close the distance. Plus back to an easy kill. Carlo's gonna be rooted up as well. They're actually hesitating about going to the high gun. They're making sure there is no opportunity to bleed over some kills. Yeah, that's a scary, scary KDA. Might be able to add another one to the tally. Carlo's not gonna expect Cox to be nearby. A little slow though, so instead in the lane, it's gonna be Skem that gets a solo kill. And Bob will run into Narman. I'm sending them away, but that's all Solar Guardian, so they're going to commit for the kill. And we're back to their own triangle as well. Carlo's going to be able to at least stop the blink on Cox. We'll be up shortly. And the Root's going to hold the Ember Spirit into place as well.
Nice
so the chain
forward.
control will not matter, however. And Scam off to the right side as well. Has even able to run into Tino. This one, yeah, you're at the territory where you're probably wanting to call it quits.
Who can get the most kills onto Palace? Because that feels like every single time he steps on the map, even for a second.
No way. Palos?
No way.
No way.
I mean, it comes to that stage. He wanted that kill streak gold from Cox.
Geek's like just mauled them, dude. What a performance. It's just not even close. It was very, very messy as well from them in the laning phase. They make the 10.
Down the route.
Arrow connects, but where's the damage? Especially now with the Greaves. Tino's going to be forced to pop a defensive BKB. Gets out of the sprout, but won't be able to get further back inside. Or will he? Tino actually makes it inside the fountain. Shank's going to be able to survive as well, so at least that split expended. Skem's ready, though. Look at him inside the base. Do they want to jump?
They could just kill all these Brewlings, honestly. They're so low.
Oh, Cox, that's a huge combo. 3 heroes just evaporate inside their base. Now Skem's going to tip it to the other side as well, trying to target down Tino. He won't be killing with ease, and now also move over to Palace's life as well. Geek Slate, what a convincing game. Holy.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be wary of the Naga Siren that forced out a few of the band.
We're down to game 4 here in the grand finals for the BTS Pro Series. A little bit of time then for him to rotate, or what are the thoughts on Execration as Palace is in some trouble? Carlo trying his best, but the body blocks and the mischief dodge won't be there this time. Execration, he's only level 3 as well, so Shanks just gonna go in. Doesn't land the stun onto Force with the swashbuckle at the last seconds, able to get him out of danger. They'll turn to Narman, and he will just be in sentry range for the Soul Assumption to connect.
Also, another good job of camping these power runes. Cox acting as a little bit of bait here with Narman picking up the Invis rune right in front of Carlo's face. Good start coming through for Cox.
They're gearing up for a dive. Although it's Execration that want to try and use the Laguna Blade to bring down Cox, but the Storm Hammer holds Bob into place. Cox with the early Requiem use as well. It'll actually get him out of danger thanks to the Fear, and now they're looking for Carlo as well. Skem's Nature's Prophet, dude. It's such a treat to watch.
A bit of time where Palace is unfortunately just forced to stay.
Bob's going to be able to connect as well. Force moves in aggressively. Can he get the ultimate off? Would just be able to, and now can bounce back off for the shards as well, but it's all good positioning because Bob is on the other side. They'll still be able to bring him down, and now Skem's in trouble as a Boundless Strike will stop his TP short. Great movements coming out from Execration. Bottom lane. Shanks has got Palace nearby. They might not be ready for the potential Wukong's command. As Palace actually leaps inside the lane, Boundless going to be able to hold them down. But Force might be able to set up for the retreat. However, the shards stops that in its tracks. Number of the familiars as well means that Cox can't play around with the Requiem. They're able to get the last bounce back, but the chain control is so perfect that the Requiem is not a potential at all. And no Execration can pounce on forward for more. Force has got the damage mitigation to play with. If we're going to swashbuckle in aggressively, he'll get the kill, but he will not escape. However, they might be able to get Palace at least. Stuck inside the southern side of the tree line, but there's going to be no damage that Geek Slate can play with as a mischief from Palace gives an opportunity to turn up, chuck down the Boundless Strike, but he will still die, however. As Skem, he wants some revenge now. Roger gets involved as well, for another kill goes the way of Geek Slate in the end.
Taking the most common path. I'm surprised he's not starting to just cut a few trees down, to be honest.
He's going to go for the kill. Into the Solar Guardian. Cox is pretty beefy with the stats he's been able to build up, and now with a point-blank Requiem. Cox just survives. Range rods and strength treads is all he needed. And AC Skem might be in some trouble. He's gone really far forward. He can't even TP out with the Walrus Punch. It's got Roger nearby to help out. It's a great placement of the shards. The boys are starting to come though. Skem, own use of the Sprout. Is Force going to be fast enough? The Rolling Thunder. Skem still alive. Stunned to hold him down. Skem might not die. Oh my lord, he lives.
Oh man. So right now he just wanted to max out his abilities for now.
Bottom lane, Palace. Wrath of Nature gets the damage required to stop him from leaping into the tree line, and if they need it as well, Force was also nearby just to help out. So that kill might be able to open up the tier 1 mid. You see instantly Execration going to look to shove it out. Cox got to be really cautious with the position. If he does show, Carlo is ready to go. They just get the vision to jump over. They got the ward on the high ground, but Cox, zero hesitation. A BKB instantly popped, and they will not be able to continue on for the Shadow Fiend kill. And now it puts Tino in an awkward position. Shanks is going to be able to fly in with a Solid Guardian, so Tino can retreat, but I don't think Shanks is going to be able to make it out. His Force will cut off him in the path. Even Narman's pursuing on. They've got the Spirit Vessel, so Tino not as tanky as what he would hope. Narman's going to be pretty cautious, so maybe Bob's the one that's in trouble. A BKB protect him for the moment. We'll be able to get back to the safety of the T2 tower.
To be able to use their full advantage. I mean, Scam's the one they
want,
but...
Dragon Slave straight on top of him. And Force, he's going to be in with the Rolling Thunder inside a great position to bounce back. Carlo's actually going to get pushed to the higher ground, but he will go down nonetheless. And they're going to look for more, though. Bob's not an easy kill. He can turn with the BKB. The Rook on command as well is going to be layered down. They're going to try and bring down Narman, but a lot of damage mitigation coming out thanks to the mechanism. They're going to finally be able to secure the kill, but can they continue on for more? They expend a lot with the first round. They're going to go to Cox inside the river with the Gleep near now Skem. He can freely right-click on the high ground.
They can kill him twice.
It looks like they should be able to. As Geek Slate, nothing they can do to protect him on the respawn as Execration withstand the Aegis advantage. You get multiple kills. So I have to think about backing yourself out of this area. Let's look at Scam. Oh, that's an aggressive TP, but it's going to pay off huge as Force holds the Visage down in the high ground and Carlo sack his own life. Palace in the tree line. Force just running into Palace. He's going to go for it. He is. They get the stun before Force is able to find the ultimate as Shakes. Lands a huge combo, but it doesn't matter. Requiem, Gleipnir sends some packing. Can they get more though? Geek Slate, Scam, an aggressive TP into the middle, a preemptive use of the BKB before the LSA, as Bob's going to be forced to try and move out to the right side, and Scam, he can now stand strong and get the right clicks going. As Bob, the sole survivor, be able to slip out into the nighttime with the lean out. What a defense coming out from Geek Slate.
Shadow Fiend up to that level 20, going into a Hurricane Pike of his own, just to be able to kite around.
Scam might be in trouble. He too doesn't have BKB. This is very aggressive farming patterns out of Scam, and he'll be condemned for that. I'm trying to make sure he does not do that again. Doesn't look like any other tier 4. They're starting to TP onto Scam. Well, Palace has got the vision. Scam, oh, you have to cancel it. And then they need to cut through the Sprout. Scam's actually going to stand his ground, but to no avail. They'll be able to punch him up to the sky, cancelling off the BKB, and this is scary. Geek Slate as Bob's actually going to force him forward. LSA's off the mark, bound the strike as well, but Palace uses the closer distance. They're going to take the fight. Force considering about going in. Cox as well with the Requiem. It's going to catch him off guard. And now Bob, he used the BKB on the first life. Scam's going to look to TP in aggressively. He'll be able to get some distance out to the northern side, but they should be able to kill him off the once. But can they do it a second time, though? Carlo's going to look to jump on forward, but Scam's able to reposition. This is an awkward fight to take. Looks like Execration should be able to back themselves off thanks to kind of the cover that Tino provides them.
Rack Dota.
They're going to see Tino. Bob as well. Execration, they don't have everyone here nearby. Force with the jump in, Cox with the fall, but it's not going to be enough damage. Lina's going to be okay for the moment. Off to the right side, Scam's in trouble. He's going to be able to force off outside the Wuxgon's man. He's going to try and stand his ground and fight, but he's bashed and controlled and won't be able to live. And now Cox might be in trouble as well. Can they catch any more out?
For that Aghanim Scepter coming out to him right now. Gotta make sure you actually swing it past the old secret shop, though.
I don't know how they start the fight and then get the Nature's Prophet buyback. If you buy back straight away, Execration retreat. Now they've got pretty firm control of this high ground.
Look at the damage.
They're just gonna hold it, looks like.
Just wait for the
Watch the jump.
man.
So it's gonna be this Fen that starts and Force will fall up as well. Looking to bounce back, but again, the Solar Guardian completely neglects the instant jump, and now Cox is in trouble. A buyback is there. Let's see what they can do now. Execration trying to get further outside the base. They're moving towards Alina's location, but Bob's gonna be fine instead. The turnaround's there. Abyssal Blade locks Scam into place. Roji's gonna go down as well. There's just nothing Geek Slate can do. All the members starting to crumble. They can walk back up the high ground and get the mega creeps.
One last chance. Cox just trying to get a few more souls from the creeps in the lane.
It's got to be huge, man.
They just don't have anything.
But he's going to go for it. Jump in direct middle. But an Abyssal Blade from Palos. Great reactions out of the BKB. Yes, they might even get Bob. And they won't, in fact. Satanic up to full. And we are going to end game 5. It's only fitting to see who will be crowned champion.
Carry Marcy. I mean, Palace is a very good carry Marcy.
Dude. Scam? Uh-oh. A good position for a Pudge to be in. He's actually going to hook aggressive. Maybe this is the exact position he wants to be in as Shanks. Makes it up the stairwell. And Roger's actually going to get disposed back. And it looks like First Blood will be picked up for Execration.
Without that Acorn shot available, but he brings the clarity out for himself. So
Cox might be in trouble mid. He's got the haste. Let's see if they want to TP in the Nature's Prophet. Coil's going to be laid down. They won't even need the +1. The snowball on forward gets the kill. And now Naaman might be in trouble as well. Shards blocks off the escape on the high ground. Reggie will only have to stand there and watch as potentially he'll actually go down as well. Bob has the abilities back up, so Execration find 3, and they've got the catapult still to work with. Oh no, Palos. Alright, he just got the level 6. Arrows on the mark from Carlo as well, and they're even going to give him a tip as well, seeing that Force just ran directly into the arrow, but back by the power room, the chain control. It's going to be there this time. Roger, Naaman, now it's actually Geek Slate that bring the supports before Execration. So maybe Naaman that's in trouble. Shanks is level 6 already. Look, but they're still able to get the snowball to follow in pursuit. Toss him away, so Skem has got an opening to play with the Dismember. Even Cox is going to try and connect as well. Let's see if they can chase down Tino. Has a traps to be able to slow him down. Tino's going to look to go for the TP, but the hook is back up, and Skem will find it point blank.
These next few team fights eventuate on Tino before making his mind up fully.
Oh, might be in trouble. Toss back into the bushwhack. Palace is there to maybe try and get some revenge. Some extra reinforcements coming in, however. Roger's going to look to get involved as well, so they'll push Palace away. And Cox is standing firm. The lasso would allow him to right-click, and a Skem with the Dismember as well as Cox doesn't even go down. No one's going to be home with the triangle. They actually might be able to catch out Cox moving back in and try and get his own farm. Instead, it's at the front of the T2 tower. This is pretty deep. Arrow's going to be on the mark. Skem's going to look to try and move him with a Dismember. They'll land the hook, dragging back Shanks. So in the end, Execration, they're going to lose 2 members, although they feel strong enough to take the fight because Palace is going to jump to the middle. They got the pipe to absorb up all the magical damage, and that's going to pay off drastically as Execration.
Cox starting to work into that BKB, getting closer and closer to the Blink Dagger on Naaman as well.
Cox is going to get dived onto the T2 tower. Palace playing around with the BKB. They're able to burn off the refraction, and Cox's health will just evaporate. But so does the damage on Palace as well, as Skem just gets in range for the Dismember. So in the end, a 1-for-1. Still got a little bit of time out of the Aegis. They want to make use of it. Smoke's gonna pop. They've got the ward, so Naaman gets a jump. A little bit of damage onto Palace to start, but they've been able to react to retreat away. As Bob's gonna be in hell with the coil. Holds him down in a place that the lasso, though, stops the damage for the Marcy. Then they'll turn it back around as well, though. Bob playing with a double damage room, but they need a way to deal with the Templar Assassin. Stuck inside the Sprout at the moment. Cox protected with the refraction. They haven't got a way to purge it off. The great fight for Geek Slate. One more right click as Tino will go down, but at least they found the arrow that flew through the middle, piercing off the members of Geek Slate. And Naaman the sole survivor, but he won't be alive for too long. As Bob off the back of the respawn should be able to close the distance. Shanks does actually tick out to the trap. Naaman will still die, though, nonetheless. Is not going to have enough mana for the avalanche. Bob, he won't die, actually. Naaman lives. Multiple ways for them to start the fight. It's just going to be how do they find the angle. In fact, Cox, oh no, you're not hoping out a defensive BKB, but maybe they can make it work. Tino protected with the BKB for the moment. They're still going to look to move into the middle as Force. He doesn't find an opening for the lasso. Now we'll be able to hold down Palace into place as Cox can finally get the damage going. Bob still off to the northern side. Once again, a dodge with a Fave Ship at Naaman. Another toss back into the middle as Tino can't do anything. Cox, still alive. Double kill for himself, and Naaman will live. No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
They got a good ward here, Dyer. Gonna try and jump Skem. Arrow actually clips onto Naaman. And they're gonna snowball into the middle. Palace, he's gonna have a free fight. He doesn't have to worry about the lasso. And that's gonna enable them. As Palace finds a double, and now they're looking for more as Cox is in trouble. Will turn to try and do as much damage as he can, but they're kiting Cox. He eats the arrow, point blank, and now Tino, he's locked Force into position as well. Everyone on Geek Slate will not be able to live. Actually, the sole survivor out to the left will be Rogi.
He's alone.
Let's see.
Kind of recovery.
Not an easy kill. How they're going to start? Oh, we got the jump just at the time they initiated. So Palace is able to play around with the BKB. And all the boys, they're starting to come. They want to try and TP down Tino. In fact, it's not even required. Palace can just solo Skem. Is a fight you want to take on Geeks? Oh, still going to jump. Maybe that's an opening. Toss back under the tower. They need the lasso, but the Lotus Orb's going to prevent that. Regardless, all they wanted was just to hold him into place. And now Cox with the BKB turns for another. They should be able to deal with Shanks, but it might come at the cost of Cox's own life as Tino. Look at the damage, man. This is your position 3 Nature's Prophet, top of the net worth. And just mauling down members on Geek Slate. Naaman's down to the south, but he will not live to see another day. As locked inside the Sprout, the damage is plentiful and the kills are as well. The TP might be able to catch Skem out. Oh, they got the vision thanks to the Ag Shard. Oh no, Tino. Great usage out of whatever the hell it's called. Curse of the Old Growth. Great name. Now Bob as well. Might be able to find a solo. Coil's gonna pop. Naaman gets the toss and eats the arrow. Oh, this guy, even when they're behind, making plays like that to try and keep the cause alive. He will not escape. It'll cost him his own life as Bob's still looking for more, and Tino's even keeping inside the base. Are they going to try and blow someone up? Sharpshooter into Lasso? Force BKB and ran in, but he didn't want to blink instead.
Dyer's middle barracks has fallen. Dyer's middle barracks are under.
Oh, look at this though.
Tino
would be a good target.
That he would indeed, but he's going to stand strong. Lasso's there, jumping from Scam, but they don't have detection. It's going to come through finally afterwards with the sentry drop, so they're able to get the dismember up. The snowball sucks Tino in. He's okay, and now they turn it back around. Cox nowhere to be seen. In fact, he's stuck on the northern high ground. Bashes allow Palos to be able to win the man fight. Abyssal for good measure as well.
They were just able to do no damage to that Nature's Prophet at all. I don't think even Pop the Satanic. I know a lot of languages, just not Tagalog.
Looks like that'll be the case. Execration, what a road it's been. Oh, gee, why not? He's got buyback. Look to try and a couple seconds delay. That's all they're hoping for. 1%. It's one on the higher ground. Might be a decent spot for them to take a fight. Bob's got the A on this, so you're going to need to force it out early. Off to the right side, though, Palace almost solo killing Skem. He's at least able to get the dismember off, but Cox is leashed together in the Sprout. Without the Templar Assassin damage, they're not going to be able to deal with the cause, and now Marcy and Tino can look to chase down the Templar Assassin. Skem will buy back to try and land the hook, but they'll block that one perfectly as Bob. An execrable performance from them in Game 5.